Royal families are known for splashing money around, and when it comes to royal families in the Middle East, no one spends like them. From expensive yachts to real estate in the best locations, the royal family of Qatar has it all. Take a trip with us as we explore the internal dynamics of this super rich family. Let's dive right in. Rise to power. The Qatar royal family is one of the richest royal families in the world. It's said to have 7,000 to 8,000 members and is ranked as the third richest royal family in the world with an estimated net worth of $355 billion. The Thani dynasty, as they are called, is the ruling family of Qatar. They are from the Tamim tribe. Which migrated eastward from Central Arabia to the Qatar Peninsula. They emerged as a dominant ruling family in the mid-19th century. The second sheikh, Qasim ibn Muhammad, is considered to be the founder of Qatar, while the seventh sheikh of the family line was crucial in helping the country gain independence from Britain in 1971. He shortly became the first emir after this. The current emir of Qatar is his son, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, who was born on the 3rd of June in 1980. Sheikh Tamim has been the ruler of Qatar since 2030, when his father abdicated the throne. Tamim had been the heir apparent since 2003, when his elder brother Sheikh Yazim renounced his claim to the throne. Golden Palace. Sheikh Tamim currently lives in the Royal Palace in Doha, Qatar. This beautiful royal palace is a large, complex building of ceremonial and residential palaces. The Serene Palace contains more than 15 individual palaces, which add up to form the main location. The interior of the Doha residence is furnished with pure gold furniture, and outside of the palace is a wide space that can accommodate more than 500 cars. The palace was built with over $1 billion, making it one of the most expensive residences for royalty. The Emir has asked the Montelossi company to refurbish the entire palace, as he was beginning to grow tired of the interiors. The team from Montelossi took care of the renovations, bringing furniture to life from their architectural drawings. From the complete installation to the executive planning, everything was done in ultimate style. Even the tables and chairs contain amounts of gold. The Emir has another place in Oman that is just as beautiful as his palace in Doha. If you are following us, then you might have probably guessed that Sheikh Tamim is a man who appreciates things of class. This Oman palace was built in 2019, and it is in the Jabal al-Akhtar Mountains. The wonderful building was erected by the meticulous construction of the Oman Architecture Engineering Technologies Limited Liability Company. All in all, the palace has 100 buildings, which are all painted entirely in white. The palace in Oman is an absolutely breathtaking location that befits a man of Tamim's stature. It overlooks a scenic canyon which is 2,000 meters above the sea level. The royal family also has an interesting bit of news attached to them. It turns out that they own more property in England than the royal family of England. Their new home in London is under construction. It's said to be worth about an estimated $313 million. Before we move on, if you want to learn how to make a full income from YouTube without showing your face or without even recording any videos, check out our free YouTube training in the description. The training will be free only for a limited time, and there are only a few spots left, so don't miss out. Real estate purchases. The mother of the Crown Prince of Qatar, who is Sheikha Moza bint al-Misnid, bought 3 houses adjacent to each other for $191 million in 2013. After buying those houses, the royal family decided to combine the 3 houses into one big mega mansion. Their new house would be Grade 1 listed, 13-bedroom, 30,000 square foot, twin lift home on Regent's Park, complete with spa, heated swimming pool, gymnasium, beauty salon, powder rooms, a children's floor, games rooms, wine cellar, fumoir and staff wing. When the conversion of numbers 1, 2 and 3 Cornwall Terrace is completed, the resulting palace will be London's first $300 million plus pad. However, in comparison to the value of the Qatari royal family's other interests in London, this figure pales in comparison. The ruling Al Thani family and its various investment vehicles, including the Qatar Investment Fund, have acquired a 20% stake in Camden Market, posh department store Harrods, 95% of the Shard, the EU's tallest building at 87 stories, the Olympic Village, half of the world's most expensive apartment block at 1 Hyde Park, the Chelsea Barracks site, and the US Embassy building in Grosvenor Square since 2008. Along the way, Qatar has acquired somewhat more than a quarter of Sainsbury's, 8% of the London Stock Exchange, and about 7% of Barclays. In a rare 2010 interview, Sheikh Hamad bin Yassim bin Yaba Al Thani, not to be confused with the current 8th Emir, 34-year-old Sherborne, Harrow and Sandhurst-educated Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, told the Financial Times that the royal family is investing everywhere. He also bragged about taking the famous department store Harrods. While this may have hurt citizens of the United Kingdom, there is little chance that the Al Thani family will feel too bad about it. After all, money is power, and they have a lot of it. It would be best not to annoy any of them, or else they could just go ahead and buy your house while you're living in it. For over 150 years, the family has governed Qatar, a former British protectorate which is no bigger than the size of Yorkshire. The tiny Gulf state of 2.2 million people has become arguably the richest country in the world, topping the world rankings of GDP per capita thanks largely to oil and gas. Qatar's natural gas reserves of some 34 trillion cubic meters are the third largest in the world, and it still has 25 billion barrels of oil. While living standards in general are very excellent, Qatar is not yet a paradise on earth. Just ask the foreign workers who have been horribly abused at the hands of some of the countrymen. It should be fair to say that not even the wealthiest Qataris have had complete control over their situation in London. Despite being Canary Wharf's largest single stakeholder, the Qatari Investment Authority was turned down in a £2.2 billion combined proposal with a US property group some years ago. However, the Qataris remained by far the greatest foreign sovereign wealth buyers of real estate in London last year, and most analysts believe this is just a momentary break in their onward march. Penthouse for their servants. Among their other real estate investments, Qatar's royal family also paid $41 million on a New York property because they're so wealthy that even their staff live in luxury. The royal family decided to buy a third residence in New York, specifically for their devoted staff. According to an insider, the family paid $41 million for the Manhattan townhouse at 12 East 73rd Street. Qatar's royal family purchased the home from billionaire Andrew Farkas, head of real estate bank Island Capital Group. The family reportedly paid $41 million for the townhouse, despite the property's initial asking price of $42.5 million in 2016. The 10,400 square foot home was sold in January of this year, making it Qatar's third property in New York. According to a real estate insider, Andrew Farkas sold it to Qatar directly with no broker involved. The location was important to the family when they purchased the property. This latest acquisition happens to be near to two other properties already purchased by Qatar. According to a source, they purchased it because it backs immediately onto their property at 7 to 9 East 72nd Street. Andrew went to great lengths to renovate the space, but it appears that it will be utilized for maids' quarters. From its comfortable rooftop, the estate offers stunning views of areas of Manhattan. Billionaire Andrew Farkas purchased the mansion in 2007 for $23 million and offered it for $42.5 million. But the Al Thanis, being the business family they are, managed to bring down his asking price. Daniel Romualdez, the interior designer behind Skidmore, Owings and Merrill LLP's 252 East 57th Street, renovated the mansion over 10 years and is perfect for Qatar's royal family's taste. The enormous turn-of-the-century limestone estate, designed by Henry Allen Jacobs, lies on one of the city's most sought-after townhouse communities. According to Corcoran's website, The mansion has 5 stories and a finished English basement. This magnificent property has several comfortable bedrooms, one of which has a fireplace. Aside from the amazing rooftop, the property offers a dazzling 500 square foot south-facing garden, a patio, and a manicured roof terrace with an outdoor kitchen. The house also has 8 bathrooms, one of which has a beautiful oval-shaped bathtub. Qatar's other 2 properties were purchased for $26 million in 2002 following the relocation of a private school. Now they get to enjoy the 3 houses in close proximity next to each other. When you're a member of the Qatar royal family, no price is too high to pay for comfort. They spare no expenses in making sure that all their needs are met. The Qatar royal family boasts a lot of cars, and some of the cars they drive include the blue-green Rolls-Royce Phantom, a Ferrari, a Mercedes-Benz, as well as many other supercars. Their collection of cars stretches into more than 4,000. The total worth of this collection is estimated at billions. The Thani line also has a multi-million-dollar cruiser called the Al Merkab. It currently rests in the Bay of Maratha, which is on the island of Skiathos. It has been considered as one of the most beautiful yachts in existence. It specifically belongs to the Emir, Sheikh Tamim ibn Hamad, who frequents the island of Skiathos for holidays often. According to rumors, the luxury yacht was the talk of the town among locals and tourists. The yacht is also called the Floating Palace. It is the 6th largest yacht in the world, and it boasts 12 suites, 2 pools, a helipad, a gymnasium, a jacuzzi, and a movie theater. That's not all. The interior of the yacht is also fitted with handcrafted furniture, and the works of some of the best painters like Picasso and Van Gogh feature on its walls. Philanthropy. Despite all their wealth, the Qatar royal family has not forgotten the importance of giving back to the less privileged. They do a lot of philanthropic work through the charity they established. Between 2012 and 2021, they spent more than $1.3 billion on humanitarian development operations projects, which provided relief and assistance to more than 178 million people in over 50 countries around the world. Countries like Syria, Yemen, and other Middle Eastern countries are among the greatest beneficiaries of their generosity. They rank among the highest contributors to humanitarian activities in the world. In Niger, they supported the relief efforts to combat famine and improve the overall desperate conditions in the villages that do not normally have access to food or water. They also provided more than $42 million in life-saving relief recovery rehabilitation programs and activities. Back in 2015, the royal family completed 4 housing projects in Syria, during which they repaired and built new villages for the citizens. Lastly, they've also been able to promote engagement and employment opportunities for young people in the Arab world. It is said, with great power comes great responsibility, and we can all agree that this royal family certainly lives up to the challenge. So what do you think about the Qatar